What's going on, Pride Nation, and welcome to Lions Live, sponsored by Infinite Sports Network, where we talk sports endlessly. And this is your host for tonight's show, Mr. MicroMike, and we have a exciting, exhilarant, fun one for you tonight. But before we get into the show, of course, you know what comes next. It's the intro. And first is the man simply on both ends pulling. He can stretch a diamond back into coal. What's going on, the Dern?
What's going on, guys? It's been a great day. It's only going to get better, and we got a good one for you today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Our next panelist does not stub his toes. He accidentally destroys tables, bed frames, and sidewalks. What's going on, Trox?
What's going on, brothers?
These intros are nuts.
They are.
You have the big foot. I'm telling you, I don't want to step by you. Next is the man who can build Rome in one day. What's going on, the Gridiron Blitz?
What's up? I built it. I can knock it down too. What's going on, y'all?
I'll have Trox for that when he steps by Rome. Lastly is the man who can blow bubbles with beef jerky. What's going on, TA? Yes, sir. I like it. Good one. And let's just go ahead and jump into it. I'll do roll call real quick, and I'll tell you who's here. What's going on, Kool-Aid Cornbread? What's going on, Pat Blue Ball? Dim Sum, Gridiron Yuki, D. Williams, Ed Whiting. Welcome to the chat, Martell Williams, Alexander Kumar, Trutella 2011, Jacob Olson, Martell Melton, Brandon Kenny, and welcome to Lions Live, where we talk all things Detroit Lions. And we try to give you the best show as humanly possible. And as you guys stream in, we will shout you out. But let's get into it. Time right now. The Detroit Lions.
Real quick, Mike. Hey, Pat, I see what you did there with that name, bro. I see what you did there, man. You trying to be slick. But we going to keep it moving, though.
We going to keep it moving. Blow bubbles with beef jerky. And I got smile from Ed Whiting's The Fan View, Detroit Lions YouTuber, and Detroit legendary sportscast. Welcome to Detroit Lions Live. And okay, now let's finally get to the show. And I'm going to throw this at the Gridiron Blitz. The Detroit Lions did not pick up Jared Davis' fifth-year option. Thoughts? The Grid, the Iron Blitz.
I like it. Jared Davis, man, to me, he's got to step it up, man. He missed stuff, 5 games last year. When he came into the league early on, he missed a ton of tackles. He would get to the runner, get to the quarterback, but he would miss them. And I think he still kind of has that problem somewhat. I think them not picking up that or declining that option, man, he's playing for his contract. So he still got something to prove, and I think that it was a good move overall, man.
And that was the option that I preferred, by not picking up that option. So yeah. I feel your answer for sure. The Dern, give me your thoughts on Jared Davis. No more fifth-year option for him. What's your thoughts?
I totally agree. Hopefully this puts a fire under his you-know-what to get him going. But I also hope they put him in the right position. I think he would do a better job at the outside linebacker position over Christian Jones. I just think he's a better fit there.
Gridiron Yuki, yes, we always do Q&A. That is always a part of the show. Generally, we do it for about the last third of the show, so it will occur. We will take your questions. Travis Troxel Sports, Jared Davis, fifth-year option decline. Your thoughts?
I'm actually very happy about that. I mean, he could be a very talented linebacker. A lot of that has to deal with being out of position, though. Hopefully that, the coaching staff can get him into a good position, and maybe that could resurrect his career, because as of right now at the middle linebacker position, he does not deserve the fifth-year option. If he can get to the outside and maybe be able to rush the passer and, stop the run game and things like that, he might be able to resurrect his career, but the time is now. His time is running out, but, shout out to, the fellas up in the management department for, lighting a fire underneath him. So,
folks, a new Detroit Lions YouTuber has entered the chat. He does not have that many subscribers because he is new. His name is Mark Oram. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. I love it The guy's intense, Detroit Lions YouTuber. He fights with other people because he is one pride and he brings the facts. I absolutely loved it. Make sure you subscribe to his channel.
Hey, Mark, put your channel link in the chat. YouTube doesn't let you click and go to the channels anymore. So we would have to like physically look you up, man. So if you put it in the chat, it'll be easier. We can just click that and sub that way.
Put it in there, clicky. You'll get a lot of subscribers. Hopefully, as this continue, people will fill up. So, woo! TA Noble Sports. Jared Davis, 5th-year option, gone. What do you think? TA.
Max.
Did you hear the question?
He's gone. No. No. Facts.
TA.
TA.
Yeah.
TA. Please.
Yeah, I heard you.
Get off the alcohol. It's a little too early for that in Arizona. Tell me, what do you think about Jared Davis, 5th-year option?
He needs some milk.
Sorry, TA. It's all good. Wake up, TA. We need you, baby.
TA, what?
I have no idea what's going on with the.
Okay, so TA.
No. You guys don't understand. I don't know what's going on. It's like the computer's freezing. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. TA, can you hear me now? No. So I'm gonna just go to it, and we'll figure out what's going on with him. I'm gonna boot him off, and he will just come back on when he can come back on. So, what do I think about this? I think it's a really good move. I think it's very, very smart. He needs fuel under him to get this thing going. He's been underperforming, specifically in the passing game. I feel like he gets torched by tight ends. I feel like he's having issues when it comes to quarterbacks kind of lighten him up a little bit. We got Tavai. We picked up some linebackers in free agency, Jamie Collins. He needs to get the fire lit underneath him. It's very, very important for him to live up to his draft stock. Sometimes people needs to get pushed. And to me, that would be an indication of, hey, look, guy, you're not doing too well. It is time for you to step up or step out. So hopefully he steps up. Maybe Unlin puts him in a better position to succeed where he picks up better numbers, and then we can sign him to a long-term deal. But if we picked up his 5th-year option, I think it was over $10 million for that year. And that's just too much for him, in my opinion.
Hey, Micro. So I heard the consistency seemed to be like that he is out of position. Do you think if he is moved, will that increase his tackle percentage? Because he misses a lot of tackles. It's almost like he over pursues everyone.
Yes, I think that's what the issue is. I think he over pursues, so make him more of a rusher. He's got speed. We've seen it last year when he was getting towards the quarterback. And to me, try that out. See if that's how he could succeed. The defensive coordinator needs to do whatever they can to utilize his talents. And if it's just not there, it's just not there. TA, are you with us now? No.
Yes, sir. I'm with you.
There you go, TA.
What's up,
man?
All
I'm with
right,
you.
man. The Lions.
I don't know what's up, man. I'm having some troubles right now.
Can you hear me now? No.
Yes.
Okay. TA.
Yeah.
5th-year option for Jared Davis. Thoughts that we declined it.
Basically, with Jared Davis, it's like this. Come and take a walk with me for a minute. Jared Davis, when he first came into first came in, yeah, come and take a walk. When Jared Davis came into the league, as a rookie, he played really, really phenomenal. He had over like 90-something tackles that first season. Then you look and go into year 2, Jared Davis was really, really playing well. He had 6 sacks and over 100-something tackles. Then you come into year 3, and he kind of fell off a little bit. And I think by him falling off last season, that's what made them indicate, like, is he going to be consistent? So that's probably what made the Detroit Lions think whether or not I should give this guy the 5th year or not. So they want him to play hard and tough this season. And if he plays hard and tough, he will definitely get another contract with the Detroit Lions. But I definitely think that he has to be put in a better position. Most of us can agree and say that we want him to move to the outside because we think that he'll be better suited to be outside instead of being in the middle.
Yeah, I feel that very well. That could suit him better. I mean, why not try it out? Why not put him in there? Because we've seen what he does in the middle. we get torched. And that brings me to the next addition to the question. And I'm going to throw this back at UTA. Matt Patricia stated that Davis is the cornerstone for Lions defense. Do you actually believe it?
I can't. No, I can't believe it. I mean, I understand that it's the coach. The coach is giving you props and everything like that, but I can't. No, I can't believe him being that cornerstone, because you got to prove it with your play. Your play has to be consistent out on the field. So what Patricia is doing is basically saying, "Hey, look, man, I know that you can play, and I want to get the best out of you. So come on and let's ball and do your thing. But at the same time, I'm gonna be a coach, and I'm gonna coach you up, and hopefully you'll be able to do what you need to do out there on the field."
You want to know why I think it was definitely talk and no fire to it? The reason is because they declined his fifth-year option. If he was the cornerstone, they wouldn't have declined his fifth-year option.
So you see how he caught himself up? You see that, right? If you're paying attention, he caught himself up.
Go ahead, talk Gridiron Blitz. Go ahead.
I just was going to say, man, first of all, we got to do something about the guys. Y'all seen the Lions video, right? Matt Patricia, Bob Quinn. That's a filter. That's a filter. So what it is when they shift their head, if you watch it, it moves with them. So it's kind of like a filter that somebody created. It's horrendous. So we need to get to with their IT department.
Well, speaking of that, your boy went on Twitter, and I went and told the Detroit Lions to DM me so we could talk about this.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. They're gonna DM you. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I think Matt Patricia, if you really paying attention, guys, he oxymoroned himself. Like you got to be paying attention though. So I agree with y'all. How is he gonna be the cornerstone? And you didn't pick up his fifth-year option. So it's kind of like
exactly
that's not no cornerstone to me. Cornerstone is something that you build a foundation on. They ain't build no foundation
right.
on.
No, that foundation is crumbling. Ed Whiting posted his link to his channel. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He is a Detroit Lions YouTuber as all. We always support all Detroit Lions YouTubers on this channel. The Dern. Do you believe what Matt Patricia said, or do you think that he has too much pencils in his ear?
You guys already pretty much nailed it right on. The only thing I can think of is they're saying to him, look, we know you have talent. You need to prove it. We're declining this. And if you play really well for us, we will reward you with a good contract.
Yes. And that's the best way to go. You need to earn it and not just be given it, because he's not earned it, in my opinion, on the play, on the field of play. I feel like he has all of the intangibles, required to be a quality player, leadership, outstanding, this, that, and the other. But you also got to have tangibles. And Travis Troxel, what do you think about Matt Patricia saying that?
Well, at first, when I first heard about it, I thought they were trying to blow smoke up his pipe and kind of make it seem bigger than what it is. But after watching the actual interview, it was kind of more or less like he was trying to say, like, the intangibles to be a good football player is there in him. We just got to see it now on the field. And that's why I feel like they declined that fifth-year option. And so, now they can go out and, hey, you got one shot, one opportunity. Do you seize everything you ever wanted, or do you let it slip?
He must be gotten that from 8 Mile.
Sure. Say that.
No doubt about it. You know what's another opportunity of seizing is speaking Detroit Lions in a lot of facts, because we have an announcement to make. We officially have a new member to the ISN Infinite Sports Network, and it's one and the only Dern. Welcome to Infinite Sports Network, buddy.
I really appreciate it.
What's up?
It's kind of a dream come true to me, because I live in Minnesota.
Hold on, man.
Thank you. I'll accept this award.
All right, Derek, go ahead, man.
It's a big day for me, because I live in Minnesota and I can't talk to a lot of people about the Lions. And given this opportunity, it has given me a lot less stress under me, because football is my passion. The Lions are my passion. So I just really want to thank you guys.
Well, Darren, if I could just chime in real quick, Mike. let the people know, like, how does that happen? Were you born here? Were you raised here? How do you reside in a different state, but you're a Lions fan?
Okay. Is there enough time to tell this story?
That we like to condense the Cliff Notes version.
Okay. I'll long story short, I was born here in Minnesota.
Okay.
But there was a moving sale here when I was a young child. And my dad should have never asked me this, but he's like, pick out a jacket since it's a moving sale. They were moving right across the street into a bigger one. So at the time, my favorite color was blue. So I chose the Lions. Thank God it wasn't the Cowboys. So ever since then, I started looking them up, and I started watching Barry Sanders, and it just took off.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
Took off just
awesome.
like Barry
Welcome to
Sanders.
the Pain Club, man.
Yeah,
That's
Welcome.
awesome. I appreciate
I would
it.
have known.
Welcome, where you get your blue pills and you get your hangover pills, because
Right.
that all comes with being a Lions fan, no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
And make sure you subscribe to his channel. It is linked in my description as well as on my page. Travis Troxel. Travis Troxel, I got a question for you. ESPN writer Seifert believes that the Lions rookie class had the biggest impact in the NFL this year. What is your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think that we should be classifying any rookie as the best of this, that, the other, because every single one of them need to go out there on Sundays and in practice Monday through Saturday and go out there and prove it. But overall on the draft, I mean, I think we got a lot of good starters. I think that we got a lot of good depth, and guys that, hey, you just got to prove it. You want a spot? Earn it.
Okay. Gridiron Blitz, what
Yes,
do you
sir.
think about ESPN analysts giving Detroit some love for a change?
I love it, man. The mic quill is wearing off. I love it, dude. Absolutely. The Chicago Bears are going to have a whole. All their starters are going to be tight ends, except either Nick Foles or Mitchell. The Minnesota Vikings, they had a pretty good draft, and Green Bay is in all types of shambles right now. And I know I just focused on the North, but I think we had a fantastic draft, and I think that the rookies are going to make a huge impact. I'm just missing that D end, but it's all good. I believe in Julian, man. I'm gonna start believing in him like the rest of you fellas. So I think that's a good. But like Travis said, I got to see him on the field, because right now, like I said, the Kool-Aid is mixed. It's right in front of me. I'm sipping on some right now, and I would be lying if I said I wasn't. So
Sipping on some Kool-Aid. Sip.
Sipping.
and it got some scissor in it.
TA, my man TA of Noble Sports. What do you think about ESPN analysts giving us some love, saying we have the best impact of rookies? Good one. Man, TA, man, that answer is so
Fire.
great.
Killing the game. Killing
Fire.
the game. Wow.
Dern, what do you think about this?
I'm gonna back up these guys, and if it all turns out right, then yes. In my opinion, we have 4 to 5 immediate impact players: Okuda, Swift, Jonah P, Panisi, and Aquara. If they get put in the right position, put them in the right time, the right amount of snaps, I think they give us immediate impact.
100% with you. I think we filled positions that we needed, as well as they were great players, and that sometimes it's hard to get that puzzle in there when you're looking to get both. TA, are you back in the building? No. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about Aquara.
Yeah, hey, Mike, let me come out and come back in. Something is going on.
Okay. So let me start with Okuda, and I'll kind of go through there. Okuda, man, he's instantly going to be a outstanding cornerback for our team. Young cornerback duo with Amani Awarie and Jeffrey Okuda. He's immediately going to impact the team in a positive manner, no doubt about it. DeAndre Swift, running back, starter. We have not had a running back good since Javid Best. He got injured. We finally got ourselves a absolutely outstanding, the best running back in this year's draft, and he's on our team. Outstanding. I love it. I love it some more. So we got 2 impact players there. Julian Aquara, the defensive end hybrid linebacker, what do you want to call it? He is going to be an impact player, rotational player for us. He's immediately going to impact. Talk about the guards that we took also. Those guys, at least one of them is going to be a starter, and he's going to be a brawler. He's going to be a push. So we got a lot of quality players immediately in this draft that is going to be playing for us a lot. And that's hard to do sometimes in an NFL draft. And not only that, these guys were a position of need. It fills the need as well as a want, and it's exactly what this team desired after we had a free agency like we did. So I like it. I think it's nice to get some love from ESPN because we don't give it a whole lot here in Detroit. We don't get it a lot. And so it's kind of nice to finally see a little bit of love, TA, are you back in the building?
No.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
There you go. He popped up is he there?
I don't know. TA, are you there? Okay, no, I guess not. He's just having some issue. Are you there now? No.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, he there.
Okay. TA, what do you think about ESPN analysts giving us some love?
Yes.
TA! What the heck is going on with you, man? TA, what do you think about ESPN Seafords giving us the best rookie impact class of this draft? I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know.
Man, I don't know what's going on with this system, man. They got a brain of his own.
Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and just kind of skip it to there till he gets stuff fixed. But I don't know. What do you guys think about ESPN giving us some love? I think it was great. I like it. It's nice to get it. Bob Quinn also stated that he went to bed at night after round 1 dreaming of DeAndre Swift. Does that creep you out, the Gridiron Blitz? And if not, what do you think about that?
Hey, absolutely, Cross. He should have kept that to himself. That's what I think. He could have been anything else, but I went to sleep. I mean, come on, bro. Like, I had a dream about them. I mean, is that what we do? I mean, come on, man. He could have just said, I thought about him at the end of day 1. But to say he went to bed thinking about him, nah, you can't say that, man. But that does got me thinking. I covet the pass rush. I covet that DN. And I'm wondering if he had after missing out on Chase, did he have his eye on an Epinesa? But he went to bed thinking about Swift and woke up and took the man. So I'm kind of I think I'm more intrigued by that aspect than the whole going to bed thinking about him. But man, that does creep me out big time.
I am a huge Detroit Lions fan. I love Lions through and through. I'm a Kool-Aid drinker. I am the Jim Jones of Detroit Lions when it comes to drinking anything that is blue. But I do not dream about players. I do not think about them in that sense. The Dern, what do you think about that?
You know what? It's 2020. He can dream about whoever he wants when he wants. I'm not going to judge him, but I do tend to go to the gridiron side for this one. But he's a really good player, and sometimes I have nightmares when I'm actually sleeping, not going to bed. Like if I made the wrong decision about who I draft, should I've done this instead? But in the end, he got his player, and to me, he's a really good player.
I agree. John Stone, welcome to the chat where we talk all things Detroit. We had a little technical difficulties, but we are working through it. Travis Troxel, Troxel Sports, what do you think about our GM dreaming about DeAndre Swift?
Well, it is very creepy, but, I think Gridiron brought a great point. What if it was, Epinesa in the second round and, because of all the running backs that fell, we had a plethora of running backs we could have went out and got, and and it probably was weighing a lot on his mind, and and come day 2 when his guy fell, it was kind of a no-brainer for him then.
Look, if I dream about players, it's in the sense that I would dream about DeAndre Swift running wild upon defenses. I just think this guy is going to be real special. I think it's kind of weird that he's dreaming about it, but I can understand because I dream about playoffs. I dream about winning in the playoffs.
Playoffs.
I dream about getting okay. Let me take it back. I dream about getting a first down. I just want to get the first down, and I want to run the football. We've not ran it forever, and I think DeAndre Swift can do that. So I can understand that because Swift is going to run wild.
And what's funny about that playoffs? Okay, what did he say after that? I just hope we can win a game. Like, that's where we at right now.
I just hope we can close out a game.
Exactly. Facts.
But I can understand it, man, because I want to run the football. And I truly do believe that he's thinking the same thing that we were. Because when we when we seen this guy get picked up, I think we all just went, whoa,
Yeah.
great pick. Great. I don't know about you guys, but that was my favorite pick. I about fell out my chair. Travis, what'd you think about when we got Swift?
I thought it was a great acquisition because, if you're going to be serious about going and, trying to win some games and close games out that you're up 18 points, what better way than to go get competition at the running back position? The running back is your clock manager.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And Grid, I know, look, you're not high on the Lions because you're the individual that kind of thinks a little more clear.
Optimistic pessimist, man. That's what I am.
And
Really?
what was your rating when you went, whoa, DeAndre Swift?
Well, okay. So after getting over the initial shock that it wasn't a DN, because that I've been screaming for 2 years, y'all. So I'm not gonna turn. I'm not gonna renege. I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. After that, I settled down. I was like, Perion's in trouble. I said the Lions, they want to run this ball, and then I was solidified when they took the 2 guards next. And I'm still just missing that pass rush, but outside of that, man, I dug the move. It's amazing, and I think we have the next best thing since Javid Best. So I'm very excited. I'm actually trying not to drink too much because I'm starting to drink it, man, and I don't want to drink it, but I'm starting to, y'all. So shout out to Mike.
You want to drink the Kool-Aid?
I believe this was his best draft as the Lions GM. That's hands down.
I like that. That's a great question. Do you guys believe this was the best draft that Bob Quinn has done? I love that. Trox, what do you think? Do you believe this is the best draft that he has done?
Comparing it to last year, it's still a little too early on that one. But as far as impact players, I definitely think that we have a lot more this year. As far as the rookies, though.
I concur. What do you think, so the Dern?
I agree with him. It's a little too early for last year's. I really liked last year's.
What? Wow. I must be drinking that Kool-Aid pretty hard then. Let me drink some more.
I do really like this year's too, but it's a toss-up between those two.
Okay.
Right.
I'm a homer. I like the next best thing. This was the next NFL draft. Bob Quinn, there we go. It's my favorite.
I just say something real quick? Okay, let's look. It's too early. It is too early. We haven't seen this product on the field, but Ty Johnson, Travis Fulgham.
Those two are my question picks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, if we look at we got TJ, we got Jelani, we got Will Harris, we got somebody phone's ringing.
Sorry.
We got PJ Johnson, right? He's not on the team.
He's not on the team. No.
I'm just saying, I know it's early, y'all, but come on, man. I mean, I think it was, and me, I'm the optimistic pessimist, and I think this is by far out of the 5 he's had, this is the best one he's had. And we have yet to see the product. That's how
it does make sense. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
And I love that Kool-Aid spilling over.
Oh yeah, it runneth over, Mike.
It runneth over. No doubt about it, and it makes me happy that I'm making Grid really becoming Kool-Aid drunk. It's very important for this to occur, and I truly do appreciate it. Another thing I did really want to talk about is we got a bunch of rookies on this team. What is the biggest impact of an individual rookie that we got? It could be our first pick. It could be an undrafted rookie, Travis Troxel. What rookie do you think is going to bring the biggest impact to our Detroit Lions? What's going on, Buffed Up?
Well, this one's a 50-50 one for me because it is between our first 2 picks, Okuda and Swift, because I feel like, you got rid of Darius Slay, and Kerryon Johnson cannot stay healthy. So with those 2 guys, I think they're both going to have the most equal on opposite ends of the football impact. Just because Okuara, you spent a third overall pick on him. And then on top of that, just prior to the draft, you went out and traded your star corner in Darius Slay. And then you went and got another guy that, has been injury ridden. in Trufant. So I definitely think Okuda is definitely going to be an impactful player on the defense, and and being able to being available to run the football is going to be a huge impact for DeAndre Swift.
Okay, Damian Estrada says that's not Kool-Aid, that's toilet water. That's a good
Kool-Aid
comment.
me.
Coming from a Bears fan,
Yeah, exactly.
Who did the Bears draft?
Yeah,
I
know.
don't
10 tight
the Bears
ends.
logo a toilet
Damian,
seat?
don't start with us. Don't start with us. We got roast for days, baby. Here's the
Go
thing,
ahead.
being a Lions fan, guys. There's nothing anybody can say that will make us feel bad. We've been through everything. The only thing that has not happened to Detroit is we have not relocated. So you can bring all the smoke and all the heat, and it don't matter.
Detroit
It doesn't matter.
Detroit Lions actually have had 2 winless seasons, 1942 and 2008. And the 1942 version was way worse than the 2008 version.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. So hey, keep it coming, Damian. We got you, man.
Absolutely. Mark Oram again is in here. He's a Detroit Lions YouTuber. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Do not hesitate to throw your link in there because that's what we do. Let me put my answer in and then I will throw it to you guys. Generally, I go last, but the impact player, we all know what I'm going to say here.
Absolutely.
DeAndre Swift. To me, the impact on this is going to be felt on the offense, the defense. It's going to be felt not just early in the season, but later in the season. DeAndre Swift is going to bring a dimension to this offense that we haven't seen since 2011 when we 5-0 with Javid Best. The defenses then now must respect our running game. It is important to have that happen because Matthew Stafford is getting a lot of pressure he has to deal with by needling the thread. And doing this year in and year out is, look, he can do it, but it is nice to not make him have to do it, to where you have to respect the run game. That means the wide receivers get a little more open. The tight ends get a little more open. DeAndre Swift will force the defense to actually respect the running game, something that they've had in forever. Also, we're going to be able to run the football, slow the clock down, and not have to pass every single time. Slow the clock down. What happened last year? We were always ahead in games, but we lost in the fourth quarter. We get ahead of games. We can actually run the football, run the clock, and rest the defense. DeAndre Swift is going to do all that. And to me, the impact of this guy is going to be felt. And I cannot wait to watch this man on the field. I cannot wait. I got that Honolulu blue going through my blood right now thinking about it. In what, 90 days, we're going to see this man on the field. Hopefully, thanks to if we get the COVID stuff figured out. But, man, I cannot wait to see it. I cannot wait. The Dern, who is your impact player for the rookie that's going to have the most impact?
All right, I'm going to counteract you and you saying Swift. I'm going to put the guy that's going to be put in front of him in Jonah Jackson. He's going to be one that's going to be on the field almost every single play for the offense, unless they do that whole switcheroo with the guards again, which made no sense to me. But he's the guy that's going to be on the field the most, and he needs to be the one that leads the pass blocking and the run blocking from our rookies.
And I love that answer because he's definitely going to be on the field the most. And his job is very important. Protect the franchise. Protect the franchise. So I love that answer. Gridiron Blitz, what say you?
It's kind of a mixture of both you guys because I'm going to go Swift. And the reason I say that is because, like you said, Mike, we haven't had a running threat since Javid Best. And even when Kerryon ran, I think it was his first season, he broke a 70-yard run, got caught before he made it to the end zone. And I think that, DeAndre Swift completes that run. I think that he's going to make the biggest impact because I think you got the two guards. You got the two linemen that's going to be up there. I think they both make the team. That's what I feel. And I think he's going to have more solid lanes open. Matthew Stafford. I think the play action fake is going to make people bite more than it ever has in the last maybe 8 to 10 years. So I think that this guy is going to have an immediate impact more so than their third overall pick. So that I'm going to go with Swift.
Alien Source, welcome to the chat. I haven't seen you in here a while.
Alien. Wow, man. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man?
What's going on,
you talked about the play action. it was already working fairly well last year. I mean, we seen Hall get open. We seen Kenny Golladay get open. Now imagine it working now because, look, Daryl Bevell, he does play action a lot. And that's a great point, Gridiron Blitz.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I'm full of them.
Full of other stuff, too, sometimes.
Absolutely.
Got him.
I'm full of that Kool-Aid. I'm full of that Kool-Aid, man. That's spicy Kool-Aid.
Absolutely. Do you think, Troxel, that the Lions have enough talent on this team right now to win?
Yes, but deep playoff run, no.
Wow.
They need that to get that edge rusher, and I could say that they can go on a deep run.
Okay, explain it.
I feel like, okay, you got rid of a problem in Darius Slay. Anyone else that was kind of a problemish type player, whether it was an internal issue that, us fans don't even know about or whatever. You got rid of the problems, you replaced them, and, you put actual real talent in that spot. Like you went and got Trufant. Then you went and got, you drafted an Warrior. You drafted an Okuda. You went out and got a Justin Coleman. You got a Tavai. You got a probably one of the most athletic linebackers ever. And what do you call it? In a Jamie Collins. That dude is a freak of nature. If anybody has not seen any of his like training camp stuff and workouts and stuff like that, dude's a beast.
Buffed Up is bringing the optimism here. He said Lions have no elite talent, just a bunch of slightly above average players. I love the enthusiasm. I love it, man. I love it. Gridiron Blitz, do you think the Lions have enough talent to win on this roster?
Yes. It's just the execution at this point. I still think that with the – I feel like what we end up – we had the 31st overall ranked defense, correct, at the end of the year.
It was, per numbers, it was the 31st, but in reality, it was like 500.
I think they'll be better than that. I just hope that. So, do I think they have enough to win? I mean, they won 3 games last season, so I guess yes.
Can't get much worse, man.
Exactly.
I was just about to say that can't get no worse than 31st.
Food on the end, man. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about the hybrid player. I'm talking about his one job is to flatten QBs. That's what we need.
What's going on, D-Hill? Welcome to the chat. Again, Ed Whiting is a Detroit Lions YouTuber. Don't hesitate to throw in your channel in the comment section because we support them all. Look, man, Dern, what do you think? Do we got enough talent?
Yes, on paper, but how is our coaching staff going to use them? Last year, it was abysmal. I was really excited for last year because the year before that, we ended up, around the 10th ranked defense? And then how do you go to the 31st ranked defense just off of that when that's his specialty? Where was I going to go with this? We drafted players and we picked up players. That's what he wanted. They're his players. So if we don't get any better, he's going to be gone.
No doubt about it. We got the players on the roster that Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia want. We have to win. There's no choice. We have to win. They have to have that mentality, but yes, we have the players in the roster to win. Personally, I still think we need to get a defensive tackle or a defensive someone to at least stop the run and go after the passer. I think that's something we still need, and I still think they can acquire one, whether they want to do free agency or via trade. But they have the roster right now to win games. I think right now they can make a wild card spot. I truly do. Last year, Matthew Stafford on the field, he was looking hot. And if we would have had a run game, I think we could have closed those games out if he was still healthy. I think we are better. We definitely got to be better than 31st ranked defense. TA Noble Sports, are you alive?
Yes, sir. Yes. Can you hear me?
TA,
Yes.
come back, baby.
Volume is really, really loud.
Yeah. It's like the Lion King.
Yeah, so
Okay,
lower your volume a little bit.
That boy is my opinion.
Can you,
Yeah,
can you hear me now? Can you?
come down just a bit, TA.
All right.
So
What about now?
Louder now, a little bit softer now.
Okay, try it out, man. What do you think? Do we have the talent on this roster to win now, TA?
When I look at that situation, Mike, you're saying a mouthful, man, because you're asking me, is this team ready to compete? And I'm going to have to tell you, no, they're not ready. They're
Bombshell.
not ready to compete. They're not ready to compete until you get the pass rush and you get another defensive tackle in here. I don't think that you're ready to compete. And the reason why I say you need another defensive tackle, because you got the same carousel going on with Deshaun Hand and how he gets injured. So you had at the running back position, you had Carryon getting hurt. And then last season you had Hand barely playing. You barely had a Hand. You get it?
Got it.
But,
Got it.
So when it comes to this team competing and being able to say that they got the talent that they need, I feel like they missing a couple more pieces. And I think if they get a couple more pieces, a pass rush, somebody to be able to help Romeo Okwara and also help Trey Flowers, then I think and somebody on that defensive front, then I can say, yeah, this team is ready to compete and do some things. But right now, when I'm looking at it, I'm going to take this wait and see approach to see if they're going to be able to put it together, because it's pretty much Matt Patricia's squad, and he's trying to put this team together, and hopefully he got all his guys and the missing pieces.
I'm with you, TA. I'm with you, bro.
Hey, I love the love, Dim Sum. Appreciate it, man. He says this show is refreshing, and your comment makes it very, very.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that.
It is like a Ricola. Y'all remember that commercial? Ricola.
Man, it's like putting a holes in your mouth when you have a sore throat. I mean, it's just that refreshing. But we appreciate it. We put a lot of hard work into this. It's not just going live. We talk about it all day and get prepared for it. So it's one of those things we're doing the best we can. So I'm glad you guys appreciate it. Here's a question that I'm going to throw to the Gridiron Blitz immediately first, because this is good. I think this is my favorite question of all. Do you believe the Lions will regret taking Okuda over Simmons?
Well, wow.
I love this question.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no because I'm a believer in master of one trade instead of a jack of many. So I'm going to say no. I know a lot of people like the Okuda. He can be anywhere on the field, and that's cool. I don't know many people that can do what he can do. But I'd rather have that one guy that's going to make sure that position is solidified instead of this guy that can jump around. Now, I know for like defensive purposes, he could be anywhere, and he's going to be a nightmare with the Cardinals. Like, that's going to be facts. But I don't think that they're going to regret the pick because if they do, they will be out of a job. So I'm going to say no. But again, the edge rusher, we got to have one, and I know that's coming up later. But I'm going to say no.
What's going on, Det Fam Man? Welcome to the chat. Let's see, Okuda over Simmons. Some say yes, some say no. What do you think, Darren? Do you think we're going to regret it?
TA, don't kill me on this one, okay? I'm going to say no, because I think Okuda fits the Lions better. In my opinion, the Lions would have a really tough time putting him in the best place to succeed. They would try a little too hard for him. And when's the last time a player like him did really, really well? I can't think of one at the top of my head besides maybe Honey Badger. You know, I just feel like he would turn out like a Kyle Van Noy where they just didn't know how to use him.
Oh, 100%. Dim Sum says, no problem, y'all. Something about being a Lions YouTuber just seems like people lost their way after a while. I feel you, man. I feel you. Travis Troxel, do you think we are going to regret it?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Because you know, he's a man up corner. Matt Patricia in his secondary loves to man up. And you went and got the best one on the market. Well, in the draft class. So absolutely he is not going to regret it.
Okay. Do you want to expand on that a little more?
Oh, I mean, well, and I think Gridiron kind of hit it with the Simmons. Like Simmons is a jack of all trades. Yes, he's going to be phenomenal with my second favorite team, the Arizona Cardinals. Absolutely. Uh, but with what we have to do right now, we can't afford that Simmons. We need to get playmakers that are good at their job, not good at being a linebacker, safety, corner, defensive end, middle linebacker, whatever. If we had a top 10 defense and you want to go add a Simmons to add a different wrinkle, that's a different ball game. But for what the 31st ranked defense, you had to go and get, the top guy that's good at his job. And I felt like that was Okuda, and I think that's exactly what do you call it? Bob Quinn thought as well.
Okay. Now that was a good explanation. TA, he may have a different answer. I'm not 100% sure. TA, I know you like Simmons. You picked Simmons for the pick. Do you believe that we will regret taking Okuda over Simmons? Yes, TA. Great answer. So
TA
I would.
dimes today, Mike. Hey, can't nobody pay TA.
TA is he's dropping some real big dimes today. So I think he's having technical issues. So I'll just go ahead with what I think.
Okay.
I do not believe that we're going to regret taking Jeffrey Okuda versus Isaiah Simmons. And here's multiple reasons. First off, we finally got an identity. Our identity is the secondary. We have a young secondary. I simply wanted to have an identity on this team. I didn't care what the identity was, but it just seems like for the past couple of years, we have not had a identity in identity. What was our identity? Didn't really have one. Now we got a young secondary, a young fresh, the ozone, what JGB calls it, secondary. I like that. Okuda is a very good man corner. He is tall. We got two young studs in there, 6'1" and 6'2". That's bookend cornerbacks on an island. And I think to make Patricia's defense work, you got to have that. Yeah. This is something that they want. And to me, I feel like Bob Quinn has done fairly well when it comes to regarding talent, considering the fact of other general managers when we have drafted players. So I'm sure he looked at it. Simmons, he can play all over the field. Do you trust Matt Patricia to have a guy play all over the field? Do you trust that? To me, I don't trust that, but I do trust what I know what one guy can do. One guy can do, and he can be on his side on an island, and that's what Jeffrey Okuda can do. We have COVID-19 right now. We're going to have less training. We're going to have less training camp, rookie camp. It's going to be harder for someone that could play every position to learn all those positions instead of one playing one position. And I think Okuda can be he's going to be a very, very good cornerback for us. And you got to wait too, as well as not just this year, but wait for the next couple of years. I have been told many, many times that this player in this draft is going to be the next great thing, and they end up being the next great bust. How many times have we seen that? Aaron Curry, he was supposed to be the great linebacker, be the great bust. Sam Bradford, we've seen it all. We've seen it all. Great
Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell is to me, he had the greatest receiver of all time behind him. So he is to me, the absolute biggest bust.
Or what about the offensive lineman that was picked by the Green Bay Packers? I forgot his name. He was super ripped.
Come behind him, bro.
That is true.
Man, this dude, they picked this clown because he could throw a ball 70 yards from his knees, and now he's out the league. Yeah.
Well, so just be patient with this rookie class, just like every single rookie class.
Yeah,
you got to wait a couple years because you never know. You just never know. Just because Mel Kiper Jr. or all those guys say this guy is the next greatest thing, it doesn't mean it's true.
Mike, he on to the next draft, bro. Mel Kiper is already got his mock draft up for 2021.
I can't do that, man.
I mean, take a break, Mel. Come on, man.
I just did one.
Oh, I know you did, and I just said there's
Well, I
no
mean,
way
it's
I'm talking
lockdown.
about the draft.
Hey,
this
look,
early.
we don't lock down. So at this point, what else you gonna do? So
Right.
I would rather watch paint dry than right now than go into the next year's draft. I'm
You
tired, man.
you
That
ain't
was
lying, bro.
oh man.
But Mike, I like what you said, man, about how we're gonna have less time. They're gonna have less interactive, like physical interaction, and on the field and stuff like that. So Isaiah Simmons, it might be more of a wild card, man, as far as like, okay, we got to get this guy where we want him to be because we can't get them up close and personal situations. So I'm with you, man. I never thought of it like that, but I'm a firm believer in this case of a master of one trade instead of a jack of many, because that's what the Lions need. They need a guy that's going to. That's why I'm so big on this edge. When I say pure edge rusher, I'm talking about a guy whose only job, he has one focus, and that's to be in the QB's face. That's his own. That's all he sees. So I'm with you on that, man. I like that point.
Good looking honky, great name. Says Peter North here, Mike. I can come to Detroit and open up a sports bar just for Lions fans.
Man, should I be offended by that? Is that offensive or should I? Man, that's crazy. I'm out, y'all.
Here's another question too I'd like to throw around, and it's going to go back to our draft pick, DeAndre Swift, in a running back core. Dern, would you rather have DeAndre Swift have 1,000 yards or have a 1-2 punch with DeAndre Swift, Kerryon Johnson? What would you rather have?
Well, it's really hard for me. Fantasy wise, I wanted to pick him up as one of my late round bias picks, But in reality, I would rather have the 1-2 punch so none of them get really burned out right away, if you know what I mean, or one can't get hurt. I know anyone can get hurt at any point in time, but the odds are a lot less when you split the carries.
I see here, I'm Spartan says, Mike, what do you think of DeAndre Swift? I love DeAndre Swift. To me, that's my favorite pick in this draft. You can go ahead and scroll to the earlier in this chat, and I love DeAndre Swift. That was my favorite pick. He's going to be a baller for our team for sure. Travis Troxel, what do you think about this? Do you want a 1,000-yard rusher in Swift or a 1-2 punch?
Can we get 2 1,000-yard rushers?
Yeah.
Because that would be amazing.
That would be epic.
Oh, man, that's hard because, do you get a guy that, can actually be that, that guy that's going to, replace the missing link from Barry Sanders? Or are you going to have something like how the Atlanta Falcons had with a Freeman and Coleman?
Mm-hmm.
Based off of what I see with the Patriots, I think it's going to be a 1-2 punch combination. That's going to be the case for Detroit.
I get it. I'm looking for the 1,000-yard rusher. I'm going to throw it to Blitz after I speak, though, but I want that 1,000-yard rusher. You know what? I'm tired of seeing stats on TV. When's the last time has the Lions had a 100-yard rusher or a 1,000-yard rusher? I'm tired of hearing those stats. I am tired of it. And it is time to end this garbage stat that I see every time a Lions game comes on here about how we have not had a 1,000-yard rusher. I'm tired of it. I want DeAndre Swift to blow up on this team, become a Rookie of the Year candidate. I want that. I want DeAndre Swift. Spartan says, I'm your 500 sub. Yes, I remember that, and you will be telling me that till the day I end YouTube. I remember that for a long time. I appreciate it. But truly, I want that 1,000-yard rusher. I do. I want that guy that fears. I don't care about the 1-2 punch. Yes, it'd be nice. It would be. But I'm tired of that stat. What say you, Grid?
Man, Mike, it's hard to go after you, bro, because that was all facts. Like that's we do you realize the Lions own like the worst stats in NFL history? Do you know?
Trust me.
Bro, it's like people dig up, they go in their encyclopedia, wherever their bank is of worst stats possible, and we own all of them. So they rubbed in the whole how many years without 100 yards. Then now it's going to be 1,000 yards. So I'm with you, man. Kerryon, to me, he's the guy that has to prove it. Swift don't have to prove nothing to me. Nothing. It's nothing to me. He don't have to prove nothing. So I'm with you, man. Give me that 1,000-yard rusher. Give me that guy that's going to put fear in the defense where they're not yelling pass every single snap. That's me right there.
Hey,
I'm with you.
Grid, remember when there was that how many years have we not been able to win in Green Bay?
Oh God.
25. It was a lot, man. It was like people's
Yep.
lifetime. It was a lot, man.
Yep.
Shout out to Jim Caldwell. Shout out to Jim Caldwell. That happened with Jim, but that's
Absolutely.
another video.
Shout out to the media to always digging up the worst stats humanly possible and blare it on TV on every single Sunday.
Absolutely.
Every single game we see this, or they have that graphic where the car's moving and it's falling apart. I'm so tired of this graphic. So I want this one to end. I'm sure they'll come up with a new one, but I'm just tired of that stat. I want a new one. And no doubt about it, get that guy to 1,000 yards. Make me happy. That's the way I see it.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to throw this one to Grid because I know the answer to this.
You already know.
I already know. Grid.
Yes.
Which free agent defensive end should the Lions target, Griffin or Marcus Golden?
Let me think on that. No, I'm just playing. Give me EG, man. EG is like a hybrid between Danny Amendola and Mike Daniels. I say that because nobody believes this guy still has it in the tank. And give me Everson Griffin. I've been reading that he wants about 13.5. Me, I give it to him because Minnesota, he had like a rare contract situation where if he met a certain criteria, 6.5 sacks, so many percent of the snaps, he could opt out of his contract. So that tells me, guys, that he wasn't happy. I believe that. So in this case, instead of a Mike Daniels, give me an EG. Dude is a stud at 32. I know you talk about us old people, and at 32, he's a geezer in y'all eyes. But give me an Everson Griffin because it's better. It's a better deal as far as you take him. Would I give him 13.5? I absolutely would. We gave Chase McBurger 14.5. I don't want to hear about the contract not being guaranteed. We gave this man 13. He was on the street 2 years ago. We can't give Everson Griffin 14? Come on, bro. Come on, man. So give me EG because I think it's better it's a better deal.
Just simply sign him so he doesn't sack Matthew Stafford.
That's it.
Good to me.
Hey, absolutely. We can't afford 10 sacks a game.
All right. Infinite Sports says, I'm going to just do this question real quick. Who's Bob Quinn's best draft pick since he's been general manager? That's Kenny Golladay, I think, in my opinion.
Yep. Kenny Golladay, hands down.
Yeah. So, Dern, what do you think about this? Who would you rather sign, Marcus or Griffin?
In my opinion, Griffin would be the better pickup, but my only question is, has he ever been in a 3-4 scheme? I don't think he has because he was drafted by Minnesota, and I think they've always been a 4-3. But I think he's really good against the run, and he rushes the pass really well, so I think he would acclimate very well to our team. He has 74.5 sacks in his career and 2 defensive touchdowns. I don't see why you wouldn't try to pick him up.
Okay, yeah, I totally get it. Travis Troxel, what do you think?
I just want a pass rusher. I don't care what the name on the back of the jersey is. I want a pass rusher that does his job and can stay on the field.
What if it's Deion Lewis?
Run. Run far away.
Between the two, I would prefer them getting Chris Jones and making a trade for a defensive tackle because to me, we need a defensive tackle. That is my preference. I seen in the chat. You know I'm loving Chris Jones. I just feel we need pressure in the middle. We need to get up in the middle and make sure quarterbacks can't step in the run. I love defensive ends. I do. But I think the issue is we have not had a stud in the defensive tackle position to control that line. We just getting demolished in the middle. I would love to get an Everson Griffin or a Marcus. I would, but to me, we got some money. Sign Kenny Golladay and make a trade for Chris Jones. If not, get somebody that will actually stop the run. Stacks in his prime would have been great, but he's not doing that no more. That's why he's not signed. I don't want us to see getting us some retread like a Deion Lewis of a defensive tackle or a defensive end. I want us to
That
get the
name is
real
Mike
thing.
Daniels.
That is Mike Daniels.
Mike
At
Daniels.
least Deion Lewis can play.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
isn't
Marcel
Marcel
Darius,
still out
Mark
there?
Orem, I like that too. Go ahead, Grid.
No, he bought a hot tub and put all the 7.2 up in there. He literally, it don't have water in it. It just got all his money. That's it. That brother
He's
paid-
swimming in the Benjamins.
Yeah, he's swimming in bands. He got bands, y'all. But he
Yeah,
working out. He trying to pull trees now. So he at that point in your career where you start pulling cars and trees like Ty Johnson and James.
Hey, he's pulling everything else like hamstrings. Dude is never on the field.
Never, bro.
Marcel Darius, but Mark Orem, yes, I would like Marcel Darius. He would be a cheaper version for sure if they wanted to go that route. I just think we need to get big in the middle. If we don't have a defensive line, if we can't get any sort of pressure, whether it be from the edge or from the interior, look what happened to us last year, guys.
Yeah.
We got destroyed. We need to fix that spot. That is the one thing I am nervous about. The one thing. And if they can do it, I will feel better. I am still a homer. I'm still going to drink the Kool-Aid, but I'd love for them to get help on that defensive line.
Hey, Mike, you can't let Phillip Rivers run up the middle though. I mean, I could come off the sideline and probably tackle Phillip Rivers. There's no way Phillip Rivers should be scrambling up the middle for first down. We got all these everybody's like, oh, the linebackers, that's blah, 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 blah. They're out in coverage somewhere. While there's nobody watching or nobody getting to, because we have a 3-man rush. Trey Flowers got 2 people on him, and the other 2 guys can't get any pressure, whoever they were. Okay. And Phillip is like tra-la-la-la-la right up the middle. So, I mean, I'm with you, bro. I think we need both, in my honest opinion. We need both of them guys.
I feel good about Jamie Collins. That's the point, Joseph Murdoch. The rush will come from the linebacker position. They were all hurt. Yes. We don't have the depth. If we get injured again, if Deshaun Hand misses a lot of time and players like that again, what do you think is going to happen? So it's important. It is extremely important to be very good depth on that defensive line edge. It could be a pass rushing linebacker, but to me, defensive tackle, these guys last year, they got worn out in the fourth quarter and we were getting beat upon. So what happens if we get an injury like last year? We had 20 people on IR. We fail. And a lot of the failures came from that defensive line. I felt like the secondary actually did fairly good considering the fact. What's going on, Miss Johnson? And welcome to the Lions live chat. We are here talking Detroit Lions. Folks, I have no idea how many likes there is, but make sure you hit that like. Please do so. Hit the bell for all our notifications. I noticed that 44% of the people who views my channel are not subscribers, so please subscribe. Also, subscribe to everybody on the panel. You see that little thing moving across on the bottom? That is their channel. They're in my description. So let's go ahead and get it.
Mike, we got 65 in the building and 51 thumbs up with 2 thumbs down.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get those 65 thumbs up, right? Or 63.
Absolutely.
If you do the math right. Blue and Silver says you guys are underestimating Nick Williams' ability as a pass rusher. Actually, I'm not. I actually love that signing. I think he did very well for the Chicago Bears last year. I actually love that signing. It's just the fact that you need depth. You need to have people going in and out on the defensive line because they get tired very easily. Very tired or very injured.
And you know what, Mike? My thing is, bro, okay, you got Everson, Blank Griffin. Get the man. I don't care what. Who is Nick Williams? Like, okay, Everson Griffin, household name, 10 years in the game. He played for the Minnesota Vikings. Why not bring this man here? Bring this man here, boy. Bring him here. I don't understand that. You went and got Mike Daniels, who finished 2018 on injured reserve. But you can't go get Mike Daniels? I don't care about no Nick Williams. Who is Nick Williams?
He is going to be a very good player.
He's going to be a good player. But what I'm saying Mike, is you got a guy from the inside of another team who's not a Mike Daniels. So go bring it. Even if it's for you got Chase McBurger, dude. This dude was on the street 2 years ago. So I mean, bring it at least at the very least insight. Wouldn't y'all agree? Like at the very least, okay, how do they do this? How do they do that? So I'm just saying, I get it, man. Nick Williams, quality guy. I saw the dude, but at EG, come on, man. I'm sorry.
My thing just goes with you. We seen what happened with injuries. We seen what happened with the defensive line being tired, and it really hurt us, guys. It really, really did. So to me, we got to solidify that. Mark says, "Who says Griffin wants to come here?" That's true. We don't know.
That's all facts.
That's all facts, 100%. And
thoughts.
if he would, great. And it's all depending on a contract as well. I'm not going to pay him no $17 million or some crazy amount, because sometimes free agents simply want to get more to come to Detroit because it's Detroit. At the same time, I feel like they should, and I think Pincini is a good pick, but we need depth there. We need depth, and I would love to get a guy that can make a difference, and probably he could do that. Griffin could do that. Defensive tackle such as Chris Jones could do that. If they don't want to make a trade, go for Marcel Darius, something. But we need help. We need to make sure that what happened last year does not happen again. Does not happen again. Yes, Williams is a solid player. Absolutely is. I don't think anyone's going to talk about that in a bad sense. Should Coach Patricia be on the hot seat, Gridiron, this year?
All facts. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. There's no I can't even put it into words. I can't even listen. I love my Lions, but Coach Patricia, and I know you made this about Patricia, Mike, but I gotta expand a little bit, bro. Y'all know how I feel about this team, man. You uttered the words 9-7 weren't good enough. Those were your words. We didn't put them in your mouth. You fired a winning coach. Hey, it's up for debate. Whatever y'all want to do. We can debate it all night. It is in the numbers. Who cares about when me? Okay. So you fire this dude, you go get this dude who gets his dudes, and you lose. You're 9-22-1. Absolutely. He should start the season out under fire. Period. I think he should finish the season regardless of what the record is. But I absolutely believe he should be on a straight lava seat, a throne of lava. Period.
Dat Dude Live is also a Detroit Lions YouTuber. If you're a Detroit Lions YouTuber and you're in this chat like Mark Oram, like Dat Dude, as well as Ed Whiting, go ahead and post the link to your channel into the chat, because I have no problem with that. Get some of these guys, get some local love for our Detroit Lions YouTubers. Dern, what do you think? Do you think that Matt Patricia should be on the hot seat?
I agree with Grid, and I'm going to pick up on what he's saying. He's supposed to be a defensive guru, right? And last year, we ended up in the 31st ranked defense, like I stated earlier. So why wouldn't he be? They said 9-7 wasn't good enough. And after last year, I thought he should have been fired last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Travis Troxel from Troxel Sports. What do you think?
Absolutely. Matt Patricia, Bob Quinn, Martha Ford, Firestone Ford, every single person that's on the Detroit Lions should be on the hot seat. You performed this year at all costs. If that means going out getting edge rushers, if that means going to get defensive tackles, if it means to go get a whole new defense, everybody should be on notice.
Absolutely. And there is a link to Ed's channel. So go ahead and click on that if you'd like to subscribe to his channel. We all have different views, but we all support each other, because it is literally the YouTube community versus the legacy media. The YouTube community in my opinion, is far more intellectual and fair and balanced compared to what we see via legacy media. Why? Because we actually care about our team. What they say on TV is nonsense. All I heard throughout the offseason is how they're going to trade Matthew Stafford. What did we say a billion times over endlessly? His cap hit is way too much, but you would never hear that because they don't bring real news that actually makes sense. So when it comes to Matt Patricia, absolutely should be on the hot. Everybody should be on the hot seat. My expectations for my team is I want to see excellence. I want them to win. I don't want excuses. I want to hold them to a standard. When you think of the Patriots, do you think of a team that's hoping to do okay? No, they're looking to go to the playoffs and the Super Bowl every single year, and I want that mentality for our team and our coaching staff. Feel that fire under them, and it will push them to be great. It will push them to put in the extra work. It will push them to do whatever it takes to get better. And I want my team to be that way. I want them to be fired up in a sense where they feel like if they don't get this call right, if they don't make the correct move on a roster spot, that they could be in trouble. Don't get comfortable. Get very much into the mood that this could be your last job. Push yourself hard and continue for excellence. No matter what, with this COVID, I'll do an example for myself. We had 1/3 of our staff was let go this last week. Insane amount. 33% of the individuals at my hospital was let go. The reason why? They look for excuses to let people go, and they went on performance. I go to my job every single day, putting the best work that I can do, knowing the fact that if my boss wanted to let me go, they will, because they put hard work first. That's a mentality I got, and I would like that mentality to be in with the Detroit Lions coaching staff, with the Detroit Lions management, with everybody. Let's get that winning mentality. A winner, not just be happy to be 8-8, not be happy to be 9-7, but have that mentality that you're going to do everything you can to give this city, Detroit, that deserves a winner. This city has been through everything from bankruptcy to getting made fun of for the size of it going down from millions to 500,000, rotten houses, blue collar city like Detroit. They deserve a winner. If you're a Detroit Lions fan and you've been a fan for this team for a long time, you're older, you're in your 50s, you're in your 60s, you deserve a winner. You deserve that. And
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Rick. Hey, I'm standing up for this one.
Hey, Mike is the MVP.
Absolutely, Mike. Hey, drop the mic on that one, bro. Facts.
again, that dude posted his channel right there, so go ahead, click it, subscribe to his channel. He did a live show the other day. He went at night, and I have to go to bed early. But yes, I expect a winner. I expect excellence. In my military years, my commanders, my platoon sergeant, my squad leader demanded excellence out of me. And if I did not perform to the standard that they required, guess what? I can easily get demoted. Easily. And that's the way that they should be putting their mentality first. Excellence first. Other stuff, don't worry about it. Just do your job. But some news is coming up. And Thursday, the schedule is getting released. Folks, we are going to do a live special Thursday night with a buddy who you all know, Mr. Everything King, is going to join us and talk about the schedule release. So make sure to jump on here, because we're going to be live talking about it with Mr. Everything King. But the Dern, we have the schedule coming up. We have important games that will be decided. Will it be on live at night on a Monday night? Will it be on a Sunday night? How many big-time games are we going to get this year in the spotlight?
I'm hoping at least 3. We automatically get Thanksgiving, as usual. And we usually get one versus Green Bay every season for some reason. But I'm really, really hoping for at least 3. I love watching the games with my buddies, and I actually hope one is against Minnesota so I can go at them.
I want a rematch with Green Bay on Monday night after what happened to us with the referee.
Absolutely.
Okay, that left a bitter taste in my mouth, no doubt about it. Travis Troxel, what do you want to see from this schedule? What game, primetime games at all, do you want to see?
I mean, obviously, I think the Dern hit it right on the head. We definitely need a rematch with Green Bay. I actually wouldn't mind Green Bay on Thanksgiving. Beat them and have them have a bad holiday. I'm the type of guy that, I want to hurt you where it counts the most. And if you are playing on a holiday, I want to put a bad taste in your mouth, because I feel like with all the years that you've done that to us, it's about that time you get what you gave us. I've always kind of lived at like that, in life and in sports. So I think the Dern kind of hit that on the head with having Green Bay as a primetime game. Uh, but I also want to see, different guys perform. I wouldn't mind, opening the season on prime time.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Say Thursday night football, the Lions and the Cardinals, or the Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I would actually love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Detroit Lions Thursday night football week 1. That would be, to me, a must-see game.
No doubt about it. Tampa Bay. Jeff Terry gave me a $4.99 super chat. Truly, truly appreciate it. Very humbling. And man, it will go back into the channel. Thank you for the love. He says family has owned season tickets since 1947. Yet it's time to build a winner. First, as you know, Mike, it starts by getting the rats off the ship. And they've done some of that. They've done a lot of purging this year with Darius Slay, with Snacks Harrison. And it's nice to see. Thank you for that super chat, Gridiron.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Jeff Terry.
Shout out to Jeff Terry, man.
No doubt about it. So, Gridiron, what do you want to see when the schedule releases? Is there a specific game? Some Monday night games, some Sunday night games. What do you want to see?
You know what, Mike? I wouldn't mind. Let us just get one, man. If you guys follow, like, some guys are big into patterns and big into following the money and things like that. If you follow the statistics, it doesn't look too I can't really say, because like we had such an amazing draft that they might promote us. Then we've got the COVID thing. I just want to see at least one. I mean, when Matt Patricia, you got to look at this. 9-7 wasn't good enough. At 9-7, Jim Caldwell gets fired. We get a new coach. It's a Patriots dude. They gave us a bunch of primetime games, and we laid eggs. I think we beat the Patriots. I don't know if that was a primetime game. I don't remember. But we opened the season Monday Night Football, and every Lions fan was hype. And the first play of the game was a pick six. I thought we was going to the Super Bowl. I'm not even lying. And then it was a blowout. So I just want to see one, because it's obvious that the league does not care about the Detroit Lions. Y'all got to remember that we're only as good as the league wants us to be. So that's why we have to come out and dominate teams. We can't leave it in the hands of the refs. We can't have another Monday Night Football game. But if I had to pick one, a rematch against Green Bay sometime in October, Monday Night Football. I think we might get one at best, and they might give us a Thursday night, Trav. You might get your wish.
What's going on, Ricky Zhang? Welcome to the chat, as well as Jay Third, John Stone. If I did not mention your name, just let me know, and I'll give you a shout out. Yes, I want to see a rematch with the Green Bay Packers on a Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football, because that left such a bad taste in my mouth. I was so bitter after that game. We should have won it hands to the face twice to Trey Flowers. I'm tired of it. And I want us to go in there and defeat Aaron Rodgers. I would love it, because I can't stand that discount double check.
Do you know that Trey Flowers had never, ever been called for hands to the face until Monday Night Football? Like,
with the Detroit Lions. Yep.
It's never, ever happened. So that, I mean, Mike, I was decimated, man. Like, I was on a whole level of just, I was questioning life at that, like football, like, man, do I care about it anymore? Because it was so blatantly obvious that they didn't want us to win. And it was tough, man, but I'm over it now. And I absolutely would love a rematch, because I think it's a lot of dysfunction, guys, in Green Bay right now. And we can capitalize on that.
Detroit fan, man, I am not going to bet you on that, because they already announced that all the games will be played in the United States this year due to COVID reasons. So that is a failing bet for sure.
He tried to get you, bro.
Hey, unless he wants to super chat $5.
He tried to get you, bro.
PC Payload, welcome to the chat, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I want to see us take on Green Bay, and I'd love to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got all the swag this offseason with getting Tom Brady, Gronkowski, and I would love to do a head-to-head matchup with the team that the media is proclaiming the great team, in which I think they're going to be really good. But I would love to beat them on a Sunday Night Football or a Monday Night Football hype. It would be in Detroit. I would love to be there. That would be intense. That would be an intense game, and I'd love to see it. Mark says, see you guys, dad duties. Subscribe to my channel, please. Absolutely. Subscribe to his channel. Thank you for coming in, Mark Oram. He is a new Detroit Lions YouTuber, and it's hard to start fresh. So make sure you subscribe to his channel and help him out. Prophecy News, welcome to the chat. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It's nice seeing some of these guys that I haven't seen in a while. Yeah, Mike, too, you agree with me that you have to take game by game. Yes, got to take game by game. You got to take play by play. I mean, shoot. We get a third down and a holding call. I would like to just get that first down because number 68, we know he gonna get called. So,
oh my God! Say, look, Mike, 68 and 65, bro. The tandem of holding calls, man.
Decker and Crosby.
Decker and
Absolutely.
Crosby, man. We're brothers.
68 holding. I hate when I hear that.
You can predict it, Dern. You can predict it. That the whole Taylor Decker, Terrell Crosby, one of the two, man.
And you just say, darn it.
Man.
No doubt. Let's see here. Interesting question coming up. Kenny G was just named top 10 wide receiver in the NFL. Grid, what do you think about that?
Finally, I think this man has made some amazing catches in his young career. People like to call him Megatron Jr., which I think is disrespectful. Let the dude have his own identity, his own name. He's his own man. Absolutely, he is. Facts. So I'm all for that, man.
No doubt about it. I like seeing the respect given to his name. He's worked extremely hard. He's making these contested catches. He's a beast mode for our team. Travis, what do you think about Kenny G getting some props there?
I absolutely love it. And shout out to PFF. I do have to, give credit where credit is due, even if, we don't agree a lot with PFF. Contested catches since 2018 and 2019, he has the most tied with Julio Jones for 43 contested catches. That is a big time feature. So pay the man. Hashtag let's go on anywhere the Detroit Lions platforms are and put hashtag pay Kenny Golladay.
They will.
Because we gotta do that quick, fast, and in a hurry.
If they don't fire both of them, fire the whole team and fire
quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hey, Mike, fire everybody, bro.
Might as well fire me because you won't be wanting to go on this stream.
He'll go somewhere and light it up.
I know it. Man? He'll go into Minnesota or he go to Chicago or Green Bay.
My God, I'm having nightmares.
Hey, can you imagine Thielen and Kenny Golladay?
I could not.
I don't even want no problems. Can you imagine Kenny Golladay and what's his name? Devontae Adams.
Ooh, Kenny Golladay and anybody. Keenan Allen.
Right.
Kenny Golladay and Danny Amendola. It doesn't matter. The dude is a beast, man. If you get the name Megatron Jr., which is disrespectful in itself, but also a compliment, then you already know you ain't nothing to be messed with because couldn't nobody mess with Calvin Johnson.
Nobody.
So, pay the man.
Dern, what do you think about this? Top 10 wide receiver.
So, Kenny Golladay to me is all day Kenny Golladay. I can talk about him all the time. He is the first player that I could say that I can talk about all day since Calvin Johnson. Everyone in my Facebook groups are always like, oh, my wide receiver, Allen Robinson's the best in the NFC North. Oh, my wide receiver, Adam Thielen's the best in the NFC North. No, they're not. Did they have to go? Well, maybe Allen Robinson can because Mitchell Trubisky is a third-string QB, but he had to go through last year and still led the league in touchdowns. 3 different quarterbacks: Stafford, Jeff Driscoll, second quarterback, and an undrafted QB in Blau, which they never wanted him to start. So this guy is amazing. He always puts himself in the right position. He hardly drops any passes, and he can get his feet in every single time.
No doubt.
He got the toe drag swag.
Hey, TA, we miss you, baby. We miss you, TA.
You'll get it fixed. The real reason why Kenny G, first off, I love him being a top 10 wide receiver. I love the love. most importantly, though, out of all this, the reason why is I have a signed jersey of Kenny Galladay. He needs to be a top 10 wide receiver. The value goes up, and it makes me feel good. That is the most important reason, no doubt about it. Folks, it is your time to ask us questions, and we shall answer. If you want to talk to the grid, say the grid, Trox or Dern or all of us. It don't matter. Ask us questions. We shall answer. I seen a question up here earlier. Let's see. It was how many primetime games? I would say 3. One is Sunday, one on Monday, and then, of course, Thanksgiving. I think that would be probably the amount that we will get. Simply going as the third pick in the draft, 3, 12, and 1, they're not going to overload us with insane amount of games on prime time. So, and if I missed your questions, go ahead and just redo it again, because it's not because I'm being mean. It's because I didn't see it. I did not see it. So, what do you think? Go ahead.
Can I elaborate a little bit on that question?
Go elaborate.
I definitely think 3 to start, but I definitely think when they start flexing games and the Lions are trying to actually be for real instead of always being pretenders, I think then they can actually have way more. If you look at the San Francisco 49ers, prime example, they only had a handful of primetime games, and then once they started being like, oh my goodness, we got to put these guys on primetime because that's going to make us a whole lot of money. They started putting the 49ers more on a Sunday night football, Monday night football, Thursday night football, and they started being able to get in those primetime game slots.
Yeah,
good elaboration.
Only winning is gonna make that happen.
Absolutely. You got to take a game at a time.
Get respect by earning it.
Absolutely.
Yes. How do you feel about the new running back? I love DeAndre Swift. I love this guy. Love him to death. The greatest pick, in my opinion, this year. He's this year's Amani Oruwariye for me. I love the Amani Oruwariye pick. I love the DeAndre Swift pick. What do you think about Darren McFadden? Dern, what do you think about Darren McFadden?
I haven't heard anything about him. What happened?
I don't know either.
Oh, I know.
Go ahead, Trox.
Okay, so Darren McFadden fell asleep behind the wheel, and he ran into a wall. Shout out to the Gridiron Yuki for letting me know, because I did not hear nothing about him until the Gridiron Yuki put it in one of my comment sections. I believe it was on the Grid and Truck show, which you guys should tune in tomorrow at 9:30 on the Gridiron Blitz.
You did that, bro. I like how you did that, man.
But
fearless plug right there.
Just a shameless plug.
ain't no shame, baby. Ain't no shame.
But
yes, absolutely.
But no, I mean, I don't know if he was under any influence or he was just that tired. But he fell asleep behind the wheel and he ran into a wall, and I don't know if he's injured or not, but yeah, that is crazy.
Props to the wall for stopping him.
Build a wall, as Stan Van Gundy would say.
Walter Adams says, for all of guys, how do you believe our secondary will be next season? Our secondary will be very good, but in all honesty, in my opinion, depends on how our defensive line plays out. If our defensive line is much improved compared to last year, you're going to see our secondary ball out. We got the players, but if the defensive line underperforms, it doesn't matter who's back there. But I think they're going to do really well, and it's going to be a young unit for a long time. What do you think, Dern?
I completely agree with that. We play a man scheme, and no man cover corner can last past 4 seconds when they're doing man to man with no pass rush.
Yeah.
So if we generate a pass rush, I think they'll be just fine.
Don't worry, Austin Bryan is in the building. He gonna show everybody out. Yeah, don't worry about that.
He's the guy I can never remember.
Hey,
he hasn't been on the field, man.
I know, that's the thing.
Put
Hey.
the brother on the field, man.
They're gonna have to put up, or that's gonna be their last year. Like, I'm done with injury riddled players. Like, if you don't perform this year, you are gone. Point blank, period.
Hey, panel. This is a windows to the wall year. To the window, from the window to the wall. It's all on the table, man. This is it. This should be it. They got to prove it. Bob Quinn has had 5 years to get this right. 5 years. Oh, in the first 2 years, he's had Jim Caldwell. Okay, 6-10, 3-12-1. If he can't get it right now, he needs to. It ain't no. I can't wait to see people defend this guy, man. After this year, I just cannot wait.
All depends on what happens.
Fact.
If he gets 9 wins, I'll definitely defend him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He'll prove me wrong.
See.
You have to get at least 10 because
exactly.
You've got 9 in 2 seasons. You got to get 10, bro.
No, see, this is why I say you have to get 10, because 9 and 7 is not good enough. You sealed your fate when you said 9 and 7 is not good enough. And if it's a win now mandate, you have to be over 9 wins or you're gone. Period.
Facts.
My thing is it's playoffs or bust. I don't care what the record is. Get into the playoffs. Get into the dance.
Spots, right? It's 7 spots this
year.
year.
7 spots. Get into the dance. It doesn't matter what your record is. We've seen it last year in the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee Titans out of nowhere just kind of blew through everybody until the AFC Championship game. So if you can get in, I am happy. That's all I want.
And how did they do that? They did it with good defense and a really good running game.
Yep.
Facts.
And they could stop the opposing run.
Very sound defense and a bulldozer for a running back.
Can Dwayne Hogan. This is Dwayne Hogan.
He says, would y'all be opposed to bring back Mike Daniels? Yeah.
You got no. Man, are you kidding? Unless you gave this dude a Geronimo Allison deal. But I'm telling you.
Not even that.
If you don't have Everson Griffin or somebody else on your team and you go get this guy, I'm through with you. I would sign this guy. I actually would, man. I would give Everson Griffin. Mike Daniels. I would give him $1. No, I actually would give him whatever Geronimo got. It'd be like, bro, wait, hold on, Travis. Wait, he out the league right now. He's not. He's pulling trees. He's trying to pull trees to get into. So yes, I would for a Geronimo Allison deal, but only after we have a stud opposite Trey Flowers.
Facts. I just don't want injured players.
Hey, Grid.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even give him $1. I'd give him 50 cents some jawbreakers.
Penny candy. Here, Mike.
Next week, Lions Live. Mike Daniels debates Travis Truck.
We should get it.
Hey,
on the show. Let's get Daniels on the show, bro.
Hey,
let's do it.
If he wants to put me in my place like he wanted to do on Twitter, please let's go get it. Mike Daniels, if you are listening.
In a place. You ain't do nothing last year.
Exactly.
You
he tried to put me in my place because I said the dude only played a handful of games.
Sorry, Mike. I got carried away, man. I apologize.
Question from Alexander Kamara. Do you want Clowney still, and how much would you offer him? The reason I would say no is because he's going to demand a giant contract. That's the reason why he's not signed. And we can't afford to pay this man $17 million with Trey Flowers. If he's wanting to do a easy deal, okay, but obviously that's not the case because he's literally holding out. So no, I would not. Here is for Walter Adams. I'll throw this at the Dern. We'll start there. He says, for all you guys, do you guys believe our offensive line will be better with the 2 new guards we had in the draft? Dern.
I do. I think Stafford will be protected a little better. They kind of put more emphasis on bringing more guys in. As long as Stafford gets protected well and then we get a run game as well, I think it'll be much better.
Yeah, for sure. I think it will as well. I think the offensive line was actually not bad last year, and I think we just upgraded. Halapaludi Vaitai can go ahead, and he's done very well in the run game. I think he'll be just fine when it comes to what he replaced in Rick Wagner when it comes to protecting the quarterback. And I think getting these rookies for the guard position, not only just for a starter position, but if there's an injury, to me, the depth on the offensive line is very exciting, and that's what I always said about the defensive line is we need to have that depth. Like right now, if we have an injured guard on the Lions, I'm not too worried about it. If Halapaludi Vaitai goes down for a couple games, I think Terrell Crosby can fill in fine. Same with Decker. So you got to have that depth, and I love what they went that route, getting those young guys, throw them on the defensive line, and it'll show this year. It definitely will show. What say you, Travis?
I absolutely think so as well. I think that they're going to be very crucial because, I mean, outside of Graham Glasgow, from last year, it couldn't get no worse at the guard position. When you have a Rick Wagner, who did he even make a statement this anytime as a Detroit Lion? He didn't leave a mark that he left like he did with the Baltimore Ravens. It couldn't get no worse. So having a Haloti or a Hal Vaitai, that's what I'm gonna call him, for short. A Hal Vaitai, the two rookies, a Josh Garnett who could be a backup at the guard position next to a Bo Benchwa if Bo Benchwa doesn't step up and take a starting job. You got so much now depth and maneuverability at the offensive line that it's gonna be a very fun training camp battle.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I want this COVID stuff to end, because to me, watching the battles is so awesome. Going there, seeing them at training camp, seeing how they perform. And same with the preseason. I know a lot of people don't like preseason, but that's a great way to grasp what you've got when it comes to these rookies.
Hey, Mike, give me preseason. I take preseason all day right now, bro. I just give me the whole season could be preseason. I would still watch. Like, that's how desperate. It's going on 60 days without sports, y'all. 60 days.
Yeah, man, I'm having the shivers.
I thought you were about to say something else.
I know. Oh man.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Damian Estrada says, if y'all make this is a great question, by the way. If y'all make the playoffs but get kicked out in the first round, does Quinn and Patricia keep their jobs the Dern?
I think they do. What Martha stated was they need to win now and they need to contend for the playoffs. So if they make it, I think they automatically stay.
Okay, Gridiron.
I'm torn on this question, man. I'm torn. I need some support. Okay. All right. Do they keep their jobs? Yes. Should they? No. It's a good book once said, be swift about speaking and hearing and slow about speaking. I'm sorry.
Was that DeAndre, the book of DeAndre?
So my thing is, if you're in, you got to remember, y'all, when you say something, it holds a lot of weight. It holds a lot of weight. You fired a guy that was beloved, who got to the playoffs twice now and laid eggs both times, got blew out both times. Okay. Well, he didn't get blew out, but he blew the Dallas game or whoever that was. I don't remember. But I know he made it twice. You cannot say 9-7 wasn't good enough, have 2 playoff appearances. You make it one time and you get bounced in the first round. Should they be fired? Yes. Will they? No.
Okay. Damian Estrada has another good question. NFC North prediction: Bears, Vikings, Lions, Packers. Oof. I'll start with. We'll do the basement. I don't know. This division is not the greatest division. I just feel like you're not going to have a team that's going to be a 6-win team, or a 13-win team. It's going to be much closer. I don't know. I know you're a Bears fan. But I think the Bears could be the bottom this year, but it wouldn't be by far. I think the Vikings could win it. I think the Lions and Packers could fight for the middle, but that is a great question. And what do you guys think? What do you think the tally will be in the North, Travis?
Shout out to Valhalla Sports Talk. I know he's gonna love this answer. He's a Minnesota Vikings YouTuber, but a very good person. And I'm going to say that the Vikings are going to be the NFC North champions. Um, and it's going to be a tough battle. It's going to be the other threes filling out the other three spots. And it's going to be by a short margin. You know, we seen the off the field issues last year with the Green Bay Packers, and then they went out and won the division. Same thing is going on right now with the Green Bay Packers, and you know, could they even win the division? I say they probably won't. Defensively, and you know what the Minnesota Vikings can do defensively and via the run. I think that you know they got a good edge. You know the Packers don't really have a passing attack, but they got a good run game.
Wait, what? Wait, what, Travis? The Smith brothers? Are you kidding me? They don't have a passing attack?
No,
Oh, I thought you meant defense. My bad, bro.
yeah, I was about to say
I'm about to say
because
that.
I was about to get into the defense for the
My bad,
Packers,
bro. That's my bad.
I was about to say who's opposite of
That's my bad.
Devontae Adams.
They have no
I'm
one.
saying,
I thought I'm on 3
I'm
beers.
wrong, man. I'm wrong, bro. That's my bad. I'm texting somebody and listening. All I heard was pass rush. Now I'm sorry, Travis. Continue, my friend.
Hey, that's all right because I thought I was on 3 beers.
Three shots of blue Kool-Aid.
Right.
Oh man.
But you know, outside of they got Devontae Adams, they got a run game, and they got a defense. So I mean, really, if you could play good man to man on Devontae Adams, you know, stack the box, you know, you can almost beat the Green Bay Packers. No disrespect to any Packers fans, you know, but this is just a real assessment. You know, from my perspective. As far as, you know, the Bears got a good defense. They could go for a little upgrade in the run game and upgrade the passing game. You know, so they're baking all their money on defense. Now, yes, defense wins championships, absolutely. I'm never gonna argue that because if I do, I'll lose in that argument because of the 2004 Detroit Pistons. We won on defense. You know, the Detroit Lions offensively. Our offense actually is going to be our carrying weight into the 2020 season. Defensively, it's a wait and see approach. I think offensively, though, we have everything that we could possibly use. Outside of making sure that we know what our offensive line is. I think that's our only missing link on offense is, you know, our offensive line. We don't know nothing about them yet.
Okay.
You know, so I can't really give number prediction. I will say, though, that the Minnesota Vikings will probably be your division champs.
Yeah, they scare me the most because they just seem to, if they lose a player, they are able to draft the player right back. They do great in the draft.
Yeah.
And they've been doing well on that defense. So they'll be scary. How did the Bears wind up with 10 tight ends? I can guess, and I think I'm right. This is not reported by TMZ. But I think it is how this happened is there was drugs used. Illegal drugs. To have 10 tight ends on a roster. Never seen anything like it.
I haven't either, man. Like that, you got two like completely dumb GMs, man. The Bears, Ryan Pace and Dave Gettleman, man. Like, what is going on? Like 10? It's like maybe he got a fascination, man. Or he's just like,
hey, he's like, I want to make sure that I solidify this position.
I mean, how many do you need? But that's it. Sorry, Damien. Damien's a Bears fan, man. But hey,
Alexander says, "What is your favorite top 5 players in 2020?" Ooh, I like that. No particular order. DeAndre Swift, Matthew Stafford, It's all going to be Detroit Lions. Kenny Galladay, not Dion Lewis, Frank Ragnow, and I'll say Amani Awarie. Those are my favorite. Yes, they're biased because they're all Detroit Lions.
Thanks.
No doubt about it. What do you guys have any?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stick to the Lions as well. Um, I will throw in at least one Cardinal though. I think Hopkins in Arizona is going to be very interesting to watch. That's probably one of my favorite things to watch for this season. But also like MicroMike said, Matthew Stafford, Kenny Galladay. I want to put in T.J. Hawkinson, and then I want to put in what do you call it, Swift and Okuda.
Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. What about this punter the Lions signed? I think they got Fox. I don't know who else they signed.
They got Fox and Wordle.
Who's the Australian dude? Fox, right?
I don't know, but
Hey, we don't even know our punters, and that's a big question.
Hey, video coming out tomorrow about the punters, man.
yeah, man, top 5 punters of all time. Ndamukong Suh, number 5.
Hey, actually, low key, he was actually a pretty good kicker.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
the spot, in the spot times that he had a kick for us, he was actually pretty good.
No doubt, no doubt. We're going to do one more question, but before I get to that question, reminder, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, I believe that's when we're going to start. Not 100% sure. We're going to do live shows for the new schedule that will be dropped on Thursday, and Everything King will be with us, so make sure to go ahead and join back with us on Thursday. Let me see. One more question. If you see one, guys, just let me know because I'm scrolling through. I am scrolling through. How did the Bears get better? Please, someone explain to me.
That's super easy. They didn't. Case closed. The end. Nail in the coffin. No.
Well, in my opinion, you can't get much worse than Mitchell Trubisky. I think he's a backup at best in the NFL. It all depends on what Foles you're getting. Are you getting the Jaguars Foles? Are you getting the Eagles Foles?
Yeah, or you could have got Cam Newton.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Yep.
Just saying.
I thought Cam Newton would be a perfect fit for
And
them.
Cam
That
Newton,
would have been scary.
man, he's still sitting out there. That is insane. Like I don't Nick Foles and Andy Dalton over Cam Newton. I mean, maybe he doesn't want to be a backup, which okay, I understand if he's getting his own way, but come on, bro.
Well, look, when you fumble the ball, we all know Cam Newton doesn't jump on it. So he fumbled this offseason a little bit. And he ain't jumping on it. I'm going to do one last question because this is a good one here from Cruz. Most overrated and most underrated team. Most overrated team. Ooh. Overrated team.
I got one already.
Okay. Well, I'll say Baltimore Ravens. I don't know. I think they could be overrated. They got beat by the Tennessee Titans in that playoff game. I think the Tennessee maybe did a little script on how to play them. I think they could be an overrated team. Underrated team, the Washington Redskins. With that defensive line that they got now with Chase Young. The
only thing that's holding back is Haskins.
Yeah, for sure. But if you get a defensive line like that, they drafted the guy last year.
And they good.
Very, very good. What do you got, Dern?
Most overrated team, in my opinion, is the Green Bay Packers. I know it's a North thing, but it's not just a North thing. They said that they were the worst. What were they? 13-3 last year. They were the worst 13-3 team in history, and it showed when they got their butts kicked by the 49ers. I mean, they barely won a bunch of games. Who do they have besides Devontae Adams? Rodgers and Jones carried that team.
I like it. Underrated team?
Probably. I like what the Cardinals did. Shout out TA.
Love the Cardinals, what they did. Yes, absolutely. Travis, what do you got?
Overrated. Man. Well, I can't call them overrated anymore because I would say the Houston Texans, uh, but because they are going to be worse. What do you call it? Uh, Overrated.
Well, while you think about that, Antoine is High dropped a $10 super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you
Hey,
so
Mike,
much.
he dropped a dollar for every pack he got, the six pack, bro. That's not a six pack, man. That's a 10-pack.
He also dropped a dollar for how many tight ends was on the Chicago Bears
Ooh, got
roster.
him.
Oh, got him.
Awesome, man. I truly, truly appreciate it,
Damien.
sir. And it will definitely go back into the channel. So, have you thought about one yet, Trox?
I did. And sorry, Damien, but I am going to pick the Chicago Bears
That's overrated.
as overrated. And I'm going to really actually specify. I think their defense is overrated. Even with Khalil Mack, you know, you had this one good year, but then now you have 2 years of Tate. They're in a lot of trouble, especially with no first round picks. I'm gonna have to say, it's a tie between the Cardinals and the Redskins. I like what you guys were saying about both teams, especially the Washington Redskins. If they fail, they could be doing exactly what the Cleveland Browns did, and that is, hey, let's go build our defense, let's go build our offense, and then see what Dwayne Haskins has. But guess what? Dwayne Haskins ain't gonna be our long term solution. If we get that number one pick, we could go get a Trevor Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have a complete team. So I think the most underrated definitely is between the Cardinals and the Redskins.
Ed Whiting, I think he would definitely. I think their confidence would be lost if we start losing early. No doubt about it. I think that is exactly. Oh, geez, and he dropped the super chat, a $5 super chat.
Yeah, coming out his comfort zone. That Ed. Appreciate the upgrade, baby.
Appreciate it. Again, subscribe to his channel. He's a Detroit Lions YouTuber. It's hard to get started when you don't get the traction immediately just because of the algorithm via YouTube. He says, if we lose back-to-back games, will Patricia lose fans and his players' confidence early, sealing his fate? Yeah, I think if we start losing games, it will. It will definitely hurt. No doubt about it.
Yep.
Guys, it has been nearly 2 hours going live, and it is time for last words. Before I do last words, again, show up on the channel for Thursday, 7 p.m. if we do live to the Detroit Lions schedule. Gridiron Blitz, what do you got to say to the folks while we head off the stream?
Okay. Overrated Tampa Bay Buccaneers, underrated Miami Dolphins. Okay. I just gotta say, man, appreciate it's been a blast. I've been in cocoon for a year, have not been able to talk Detroit Lions with fellow YouTubers, and I am glad to be out of prison and able to talk with you fellas. Glad that the Dern is part of the team now. Appreciate TA for we miss you, man. And yeah, we're gonna be live over on MicroMike's channel for the scheduled release, and we got to make the most of whatever we get. But the NFL has assured us that, and I promise you guys this, they will do everything it takes to be back in September. Like, they know how much is riding on their shoulders, and I think if the law says they can, they will. So but appreciate you guys rocking with us, man. If you haven't made your thumb blue, the up thumb blue, make that up thumb blue, and we'll see you next time, man. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Travis Troxel, what you got to say?
Definitely appreciate all. But I think we maxed out about 70 people. Appreciate you guys. If you haven't, like Gridiron said, if you haven't had that thumbs up blue, definitely do so. And help MicroMike with the algorithm to, be, up there. Get the oh man, get the algorithm to push him out, more. That was a hard sentence to get out.
That was difficult for you.
Just something else, bro. Sorry about that, man. I'm sorry.
But definitely tune in tomorrow on the Gridiron Blitz. We're gonna do what's called the Grid and Truck Show. We do that Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, roughly around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Uh, we just kind of have fun. We kind of take your guys' mind off of the COVID-19, pandemic, and we just have fun. We do talk a little bit about sports, but it's more life and video games and whatever else comes to mind. Uh, so would definitely love to see you guys there. Appreciate you guys for rocking with MicroMike. Definitely subscribe to all the members on the panel. Would be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, love you guys. Stay safe. Wash your hands. This is Trucks and Sports Talk. Have a nice day, and I'm out. Peace.
Dern, I left you last, and tell them what you gotta say, sir.
What was that?
Tell them what you gotta say.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Derek. That was
No problem.
that was for Travis, man. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. No problem. Today's been a big day for me. It's a milestone for me, for you guys to invite me into the group, and it makes me feel really good that I'm doing a decent job at talking Lions football with you guys. I hope everyone's enjoying what we have to say, and it was a great show tonight. Thank you so much.
Be careful, Darren, because you might get kicked out, man. No, I'm just playing with you, bro.
I must do something wrong, man. That's okay.
We're glad to have you, brother.
We done been through the wire and through the fire, man. We're so grateful to have you. You are awesome, man. I'm just so happy to be a part of this, man. Y'all don't understand, Mike. I was in the shadows, bro. I get to come out like the Ninja Turtles and play. I'm so happy.
Out of the shadows I come. My life for ire. Hey, we appreciate it, Dern. Well earned. You know your football. We love it.
Thanks.
And we appreciate joining the team. You're a huge asset. Folks, again, we appreciate you coming out, taking time out of your day to listen to us talk Detroit Lions. Hopefully it was entertaining for you guys. And yes, best roundtable show by far. This is Lions Live.
Yeah, it's a different thing, man. We like ABC. We like Disney. You know what I'm saying? We like, that's a different thing.
No doubt about it.
That's a whole different thing.
Boots, what's going on, man? Elkai Productions, what's going on? Marvin Tolbert. I apologize that we are getting off when you got on. Just rewind it and you'll get the information you'd like to hear about. So again, Thursday, live show. It's going to be epic. Join us. We get to see what the Lions schedule looks like. It's a huge day for the Detroit Lions. Will we have help with the home? Will we not? Are we going to play teams we don't want to play on the road? When are we going to play the Packers? Is it going to be in the cold or is it going to be warmer? We shall see. So make sure you are back Thursday for that. And like I leave you with, I always say, make sure you wash your hands. And of course, adios.